Let's be real. Nobody likes being sold to. Whether it's an overhyped ad or someone constantly pitching their services, it feels pushy and insincere. As a music producer, you probably want to attract clients and grow your audience without coming across as salesy. That's where the art of selling without selling comes in. This approach isn't about hard sells or flashy gimmicks. Instead, it's about creating content that naturally draws people in, shows off your skills, and builds trust. Let's break down how you can make it work for you. What does selling without selling mean? Think of it like this. Instead of shouting, "Hire me," or "Buy my services," you create content that solves problems, answers questions, or inspires your audience. The goal is to position yourself as someone they want to work with because they see the value you offer. When you're genuine and helpful, people naturally gravitate toward you. They'll think, "This person knows their stuff," and they'll be more likely to reach out without feeling pressured. Why music producers need great content. As a music producer, your work speaks volumes, but the way you talk about it online matters too. Content like blogs, social media posts, or even videos can showcase your expertise without sounding braggy. Connect with your audience on a personal level. Build trust with potential clients. Stand out in a competitive industry. Great content is your way of saying, "Hey, I understand your struggles and can help solve them," without ever directly saying, "Hire me." Tips for writing content that sells without selling. 1. Know your audience. Who are you talking to? Are they independent artists looking for a producer, or are they fellow producers trying to level up their skills? When you know what they need, it's easier to write content they care about. For example, if your audience is artists, you could write about 5 tips to make your demo shine. If they're other producers, try something like how to create a killer mix on a budget. 2. Educate, don't pitch. Instead of constantly promoting your services, share your knowledge. Teach your audience something new, like how to choose the right DAW digital audio workstation, tips for recording vocals at home, mistakes to avoid when mixing tracks. When you offer helpful advice, people see you as an expert and want to learn more from you, and maybe even work with you. 3. Tell your story. People love stories. Share how you got into music production, the challenges you faced, or the lessons you've learned along the way. Being relatable and honest helps your audience connect with you on a personal level. 4. Highlight success stories. Did you work with an artist who landed a big gig or grew their following thanks to your production skills? Share those wins. Talk about the journey without making it sound like a sales pitch. For example, last year I worked with an indie artist who wanted to release their first EP. We collaborated to create a sound that truly captured their vision, and now their tracks have over 100,000 streams on Spotify. Seeing them succeed is why I love what I do. 5. Invite conversation. End your posts with questions or calls to action that encourage people to interact. For example, what's the biggest challenge you face when recording vocals? Let me know in the comments. Looking for tips on your next mix? DM me and I'd be happy to help. When you engage with your audience, you build relationships that can turn into future collaborations. Examples of non-salesy content for music producers. A blog post, the top 5 plugins every producer should try. A short video, quick tip, how to EQ vocals for a clean mix. A social media post, behind the scenes of my latest project, here's how we layered the harmonies. A guide, how to build a home studio on a budget. All of these offer value, spark interest, and show your expertise without feeling like a pitch. Selling without selling is all about being helpful, relatable, and authentic. By focusing on creating valuable content, you can build trust, grow your audience, and attract clients, all without the hard sell. So next time you sit down to write, ask yourself, how can I help my audience today? That's the secret to writing content that truly resonates. And remember, the more you give, the more you'll get in return.